Hello. Let's make some progress, shall we? I would absolutely love to be able to get done with 3-star today. There should be no reason why that doesn't happen, even if I'm like exclusively by myself, but nonetheless. I would love to get that done today. Do a little bit of the old mental map here so that I can figure out what I've got going on. Oh yeah, forgot to do that. Whoops. It is that I want. Session ID copied. Do that. Give that bad boy a pin. Unpinned manually. Okay. Let's just do that as well. Was like way too far over, right? Okay. Figure out the amount of bits and bobs that I need and how I'm looking at the moment. Build what I can as well, I think. Let's go with upgrade here. Open me little thing up. Okay, top to bottom, we've got the last 4 iron glaives to be spooky. Can only build 1, huh? So I need 3 poison stacks, 12 scales, 9 quills. And then this will be its own problem once I get to that point, but probably gonna be already all sorted, seemingly, on that front. Okay. Can mark that sucker as green on here. That's another weapon done. The bone rods need to go to bone rod 3. I've already done the first and the last one of those. There might actually be a lot of them there. Provided I have the money, I do. Cool. Hello, Mace. How are you? That is all of those done. Mark those as green. The Giratodos weapon switches as soon as it begins after that point. These 6 all need to be Giratodos. Which I can actually do all of, seemingly. Okay. Multi? Yeah. Nice, good old early game multiplayer. It's so weird, but it's so enjoyable. I enjoy getting to do multi and low rank. It's just so different. Okay, all of those suckers gonna go to green. The pulsar rods. I can upgrade these 3 to that point. So, gear rules, low rank 3-star. So limit is Tobi-Kadachi. That is those done. Green. So mostly what I need is I need to be able to build another 4. Wait. No. This as well. I need all of these upgraded. All of those boulder bones. Bollocks. Well, I can upgrade these. At least some of them. 3, 4. So 4 of the cool drones are done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark those as green. So 2 cold drones and 5 more drones left to do. And then the 3 blooming glaives. At the current moment. I will do this now because I forgot to do it with Eugene, so might as well get this over and done with. Okay, wish list. So if it's these ones that are question marks, I need the times 4 for Kaku? Kaku isn't here. For Pookie, times 4 for Toby, and times 6 for Juratos. So I do need more electrodes. I need a lot more fins. I'm good on fangs. Good on them. I need a little bit more claw there. Pookie, I need a good chunk more stuff as well. Okay, cool. Cool. I actually have a lot less farming left to do with this rank than I thought I did, honestly. Let's just cycle between the 3 of them, I guess, and then I can, deal with it, basically. I do need to kill myself some birds as well. Sharpness is a lot worse, so I'd prefer to stick with this. Cool. And when it comes to gathering all of the bones and stuff, I'll get what I can on mission, but then the rest I'll just do out of mission. I'll just do that on solo. I'll do it without multiplayer. Oh, I do what the nightmare you're wearing is. It's armor, that's all that matters. Wing drakes are in that initial area there, so I guess I'll do that. Probably in solo as well, because it's not going to be convenient to do at any point for the sake of multi. To go and kill them. I keep forgetting that you can actually like attack when people are in mounts on this game, and it's not just like the worst thing ever. Hi, Angela. Hello, buddy. Actually don't know where apparently Orange is either on his tail or on his underside. I wasn't really sure where it was. Oh, I can get a weapon upgrade technically before I'm allowed to. Fun. Not that it matters because I can't use them anyway. We're both mounting. Get this on the tail. Since I do know that I need a few of them. Oh, I'm needing to do that. Of course, Anjanath leaves at the same time that Pookie's going to leave. Thankfully died. Wes, that would have been really awkward. Good morning, Hollow. How are you? Welcome back. Up a plate from Pookie. He'd need to find some plates first. You don't even get Birdwyvern. Do you get Birdwyvern gems in low rank? Birdwyvern gems are high rank thing. It's just Bird and Fae, right? There's no large Birdwyvern gem. If I remember correctly. Your undying love, this game. World's good, man. World's really good. Another poison sack, which was actually the chief thing I needed right now, so that's good. You like World more than Wilds, you think? World has just something special about it. You know? You're enjoying breakfast? Think you'll try and find a lot of fun low rank sets to jump in today? Nice. Depending on how quickly I'm done with this initial little bit of farming here, hopefully I will manage to move up to low rank 4-star today, and then there will be a much greater arrangement of weapons and materials and armor and stuff that you can choose from. Instead of at the moment, it's kind of quite rough, right? The Fender Glaive? Yeah, I'm building it, but I'm not going to use it. Hey Oni, how are you? But it good? Actually, no, it's actually terrible. Right, let's do Giura. I guess Toby, because Toby's at the top. Your EP, very EP. Fair. Broker Sense legal, you took the lowest rarity armor you had in your box. You don't remember progression. You realize the armor in this game is in progression logic order, right? You can just literally look in the smithy. It unlocks in order. So when I said latest is Toby, you can just look in there and, like, if it's above Toby, it's fine. If it's below Toby, it's illegal. Think you'll play with light bowgun or longsword? Longsword's gonna be really rough in low rank. At least for me. Because I don't have any flinch-free stuff. You think I know that? Pretty sure I've told you before. World Roars. Going to bed at 4 AM a reasonable time? I mean, is there an unreasonable time when you have no obligations? As far as I'm aware. Why did it always do it right there? God damn it, Toby. I see you're playing Zero's on Discharge, not Switch X. When you don't have fucking flinch free. Getting the mind's eye from being attached to someone with that thing is very helpful. I feel like the moves they added with Iceborne were like really bad for weapon health across the board. It's kind of sad. You have zero blocks and kicks in your game. That's good. American peak time, people better. I think it's more likely that it's the fact that when you're playing at off-peak time, the people that you are playing with are a little bit more either young, thus stupid, or jaded for some reason because they're not in a situation they would prefer to be in life. That was terrible for power breaks. We got just the tail and nothing else. Eesh. Don't call Toby budget Zinogre. Fuck you. You leave my majestic squirrel alone. Take your crappy flagship and fuck him somewhere else. Get that crappy monster out of here. Look, if people start calling Toby budget Zinogre, then Zinogre deserves to be shot in the fucking face. Toby's a great monster. Toby's wonderful. I will not have him besmirched. Harrison's the foul flagship demon. I still don't have a Spooky, huh? Hello, Ditto. World goes well. 'Tis going well. Oh, with the pulsar weapons, it's all just upgrades, isn't it? Yeah. I need one more claw, 3 more electro sacks, and I'm done with electrodes. Cool. Zenoga was first. I mean, it doesn't matter that Zenoga was first. They're distinct monsters. They don't even get their electricity in the same way. They have entirely different movesets. We start calling every fire-breathing monster Budget Rathalos, like... What's the Insect Glaive Collector's Challenge? I am making every glaive in the game. Welcome, Gianni. Bar Behemoth and the event-only ones, which is only Guild Palace, I think, for the sake of glaive. And I have to build them from their first available situation. So, for example, Namiel has a glaive, which means, but it's only in Master Rank. I have to build that weapon all the way from its initial inception, I think as a bone weapon. I can't quite remember. All the way through all the ranks. Upgrading it the whole time until I get to Nami, and then I can upgrade it to be a Nami weapon. Ice Blood included? Yes. Not Behemoth. Behemoth can fuck off and die. It's terrible. Does that include the insects? Yes. I am doing all of the insects as well. I honestly don't know if I'm going to play Frontier again at this point. If I do, it will be probably a, not a fresh save, but like a pseudo-fresh save. Because I feel like I'm past the point where the game is any fun anymore. To continue progressing. Blessy off but muddy. I'm gonna ban you, right? I swear to God. World multi? Yeah. Just got a little bit more to farm in the freestyle here, and then it's all good. It's all good. Alright, Mace is playing Insect Glaive, so this quest is going to be fucking miserable. Oh no, I got orange. There we go. It's fine. Or longsword, I should say, sorry. If you want to look at what the specifics entail, if you do ! collector or collectors, I'm not sure if it's pluralized. I meant to say longsword, I said glaive. There is a spreadsheet on Google Docs, which you should be able to view. and it will list all of the weapons and at what ranks and all of that stuff that I have to build them at. Road is fun. The road is a fun concept, but I don't find it fun in practice anymore, because as soon as you get past level 10, every other fight just becomes a Zenith, and Zeniths aren't fun. Yeah, it came out like 2 days ago, right? Early access. You been having a good time with it? You're looking forward to playing Forza? Same in 5 years when it goes down to an actually reasonable price. It's too much. Wilds is not 80 gig. Wilds is 139, I think. Isn't it? It's way more than 80. Went surprisingly well, which you didn't expect? Yeah. $10 GB difference. It's just too big in the first place. That's the problem. It doesn't matter that it's as big as, it's just too large. Does not need to be 100+ gig. Run out on high, we got quite outdated rig. Shit, nice. That is actually quite good. I must admit, I'm incredibly surprised that it's come out and seemingly, at least the early access is quite big for itself. Wilds is 53 gig for PS5, but that doesn't include the tile updates. I think Wilds for PC is like 130 or something. Because Capcom doesn't give a shit about PC players. Until they're forced to. Let me have a look. Wilds. 118 gig, sorry. And that is with the title updates. Welcome, Elra. Good to have you. Hey, Garu! Thank you very much for the raid. Let me give you a little bit of return love there. What were you up to? How are you doing? You love Glaive so much? Glaive is a fun weapon. Glaive is a fun weapon. Absolium? Nice. I don't know what that is, but nice. It's always nice to play with a friend. Ooh, that's not very good. Did it go well? It's either 66 gig with all the updates. So the game is basically twice as big on PC, because, I guess. That's about right. I need one more Duratodos fin. No. I have 6 Duratodos weapons. Which means I need 4 more Duratodos fins. Okay. It's 94 gigabytes on Xbox. Got a clear run, has funny moments. Fantastic. Good, good, good. What we like to hear. Oh, I wish it was just more logical than it is. There's more textures for graphical options that should not account for doubling. Yeah, exactly. If there's more graphical options, I would expect it to be slightly bigger, but not twice the amount. Unless they're forcing everyone to download 4K textures or something. I think you would need to harness the power of the sun to play that game in 4K. To be honest. Hello, Dreadclaw, welcome. Remember when Helldivers and they knocked it down? Yeah, I do remember when they knocked it down a lot. It's actually one of the core reasons I installed it again. Because it came worth to have installed as opposed to just taking up a massive amount of space and I never played it. Don't know if I should have got away with that, but I'll take it. That was another one of the reasons. Nice. Love when you get to do that with Glaive. It's so fun. Good stuff. I'm getting all of the insect glaives, yes. With the longest possible build available. In this rank, for example, I need to build 6 different Duratodos glaives. Because Duratodos, throughout the full course of the game, eventually becomes... Let's find them. Where are they on my sheet? the Water Tree, so Duratalos, Tigrex, Brute Tigrex, Diablos, Acidic Glavenus, and Beotodus. And I'm not allowed to move on to the next rank until I have obtained everything in this current rank. Weapons-wise. So in this rank alone, let me just grab this bone pile. I needed to build the 4 of the iron weapon upgrades, 4 Pookie weapons, 6 bone weapon upgrades, 6 Duratalos upgrades, 4 Tobi-Kadachi upgrades, and 12 bug upgrades. And then I'm allowed to go to 4 Starlight rank. Oh, and in 4-star, I unlocked the Dragon Bones as well. So that's going to be a whole bunch of extra stuff. You have to build 3 straight new weapons at that point. The only insect glaive I'm not getting, or the only 2 I'm not getting, is the Guild Palace one, which is an event quest only glaive, and Behemoth, because Behemoth sucks. I don't want to do that quest 20 times to get 2 wins so that I can build the weapon. It's not going to be enjoyable. Not going to be particularly enjoyable. Okay, Pookie stuff I'm good for other than that 1 poison sac. Let's mark another one of those glaives as green. So I need 1 poison sac from Pookie. This I need Boulder Bones for, that's fine. 4 Duratalos fins. A Tobi Claw. I mostly need Electro Sacs from Tobi, which is just quest rewards, so nothing I can do about that. Cool. Actually nearly there with this rank. Oh, good. Let's do this one. Just in case. You did Behemoth in a good team for fun, it was relatively enjoyable. I can see why it would be if you had the right people for it. I just think it's innately a flawed fight for this game. Enmity as a mechanic, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I can at least understand why a monster would want to, like, single target one person more than the others. If it perceives them to be, like, a bigger threat or whatever, right? Makes a lot of sense. But the meteors everywhere and the fact that you just insta-die if he breaks his meteors and just lose the fight, or if he just decides not to summon one, which can happen sometimes as well. If you don't do enough damage by the final phase or something, right? Or if you do too much damage by the final phase? I can't remember. I don't know if they ever patched that out. I remember that was a problem for a while. then, like, honestly, the biggest killer in that fight for me is just giving it, like, the ability to summon a million Kushala tornadoes. Why on earth? The best weapon. Really are just a hardcore glaive. It's very bad early. Not because the weapon moveset or any of that stuff is bad, but because the weapon sharpness early in the game. It is not good. It's one of the things I would say is actually really good about Monster Hunter in general is that all of the weapons have really good skill ceilings. Unless you kill Insect Drill, that's not going to be good early in the game either because it's going to do no damage. So no, it's still bad. Because the Kinesect doesn't have any power levels. So they're going to do terrible, terrible damage. Bone upsurge, huh? Magic insect damage only? You mean like that one guy who killed Gog with it? Still fun? I never said it wasn't fun, I just said it kind of sucks early in the game. As a weapon. It gets hurt a lot more by the early game stuff than a lot of other weapons do. Only one fin. Woof. It's a video of one guy doing Zoro with Kinesect only. Are they using the siege equipment? And like the stalactites and stuff? Or are they just wailing on Zoro in phase 2 for like fucking 7 hours? Bind does nothing else? Jesus Christ. That seems like some torture. You're off making different shirts for lunch? What? You're making shirts for lunch? How much progression do I have after this? I have... Anjanath? Zora? Is that how that goes? Anjanath, Zora... Paolumu... Radaban. Rathian will be unlocked, but it's not progression. Same with Sitsi. Sitsi will be unlocked, but it's not progression. as will Gyros. One of the few times you actually get new optional monsters unlocked in a decent number. Until much, much later in the game. Is KO Sword and Shield in this game any good? I know it's good in Rise, or at least was. It's a fun concept. That means no then. I love getting a little KO with an Insect Glaive or Sword or Shield attack just like once a hunt. The first one doesn't take terribly too long, so it's usually worth it, right? If you're in a nifty little spot to be able to do so. Charged on version of the backside has a heavy version that hits twice with the shield. I don't really remember most of the weapon movesets in this game other than Dual Blades. And even then I don't remember the Dual Blade weapon moveset, it's just ingrained into my DNA. Shield drop isn't far weaker than Perfect Rush. I mean, is there anything in Sword and Shield's entire repertoire that isn't far weaker than Perfect Rush? They really fucked up with the Iceborne moves. Not allowed this. I don't have access to them because I don't have a Bandit Mantle and I don't have Plunder Blade myself, so I've got to ditch them. It's fun when you get a KO from the shield drop? Yeah. That is the more important thing. I feel like Perfect Rush would have been so much better mechanically if you had to commit to the whole thing and you couldn't roll out of it. It doesn't necessarily make sense, but it wouldn't be as stupidly overpowering as it is at the moment. Hello, Chill. Welcome. Nostalgia, yeah. Good old Astera. There's some speedruns. Yeah, it's the weapon of choice for the full game run, right? Other than, like, 3 quests of Charge Blade or Switch Axe or something? I can't remember. Yeah, true charge slam kind of killed. Punishing draw is a viable option for Greatsword, sadly. That is enough for Tobi-Kadachi, so I'm done with Tobi. I need 1 poison sac from Pookie Pookie. And I'm done with Pookie. And then I just need the 2 Duratodos fins. And then I need to go gather a bunch of bones and stuff, but I will do that in solo, not in multi. So let's do Pookie. Hopefully get that poison sac. Bacon or Xeno%. Well, there's Green and the other guy whose name I don't know that were also doing it as well, right? Ooh. I did not know. Never really watched any streams in the first place, and Bagel is 100% out of the time zone where I could watch any of those. Very distanced myself from the speedrun peeps when I feel like they just fucking ignored me, so... I don't pay any attention to it anymore. Wild storyless %. What is that? You're sorry? You don't need to be sorry, it wasn't your fault. Did you miss something? They ignored me. Do you remember when I was doing laggy % and I tried to get it made into like a proper run? With like specifically using emulator and whatnot, because I felt like it would actually seriously help the amount of people who would actually have a chance to get into speedruns. And I was like trying relatively consistently to speak to people in that area and stuff for like a good chunk of time. And I did like a race with Dustin a few times and stuff, and me and Dustin were racing each other for the records. I think precisely at one point initially did anyone ever respond to anything from the mods. And then instead of like getting me involved, the person who suggested it in the first place. They just went and got Dustin involved a whole bunch. Despite me being able to offer, like, time and help. I think I got told it's too hard to set up emulator as a separate thing on speedrun.com as well, which, like, I happen to know actively is bullshit. You can just add another tab which says what game you're playing it with. It's incredibly easy. Hundreds of games have it. You just add another column to the table and you select what version it's on. It doesn't matter if there's a demonstrable advantage for a full game speedrun because nobody's fucking running the games anyway. It's not miscommunication. People were actively not talking to me. Because I was talking to Dustin doing it, because Dustin was doing races and whatnot with me, and where we were racing against each other. So I know actively that people were talking to Dustin in DMs about the run, about things with the run, about all of that stuff. But then as soon as I tried to get involved at any point, I just got stonewalled and no one would talk to me. Like, it was actively ignoring me. I understand I was maybe a bit of an unknown quantity. Kind of coming out of nowhere as such and suggesting a thing. And Dustin has been around for a little bit longer and whatnot, but like, you don't just fucking ignore someone, right? That's just fucking rude. You explain it and be like, look, just so you know, this is what's going on, this is how we're gonna do things. You never heard anything about it? Maybe you forgot though? No, nothing became of it. And I'm pretty sure nothing became of it because they decided that it gives an unreasonable advantage to run on emulator. Because anyone is running FreeU in the first place. On actual hardware. Never heard of this, you man? The runs don't get put in as lack of popularity. I understand that, but when I'm actively trying to give suggestions to be able to boost the popularity by allowing the game to be run on emulator and adding a column which allows it to be picked if it was done on hardware, what console it was done on, if it was done on emulator, all of this crap. Like, I have shown awareness of that problem. And to say that it can't be done because it's not popular enough when you're trying to do something that would allow it to be open to a bigger audience, being able to be emulated. Because how many people have a fucking 3DS at this point and capture software to be able to record their 3DS? Once again, like, I don't care if they come to the conclusion of we're not going to do it because it's not worth doing. Just, like, you know, fucking say it. I was doing things in terms of runs with Dustin, going back and forth between who had the record and stuff, and doing records for different weapons. For I think around about a month or so. Oh, probably about 2 months or so, actually. And, like, at no point did anyone speak to me. Other than Dustin. To say anything. Other than the initial response, which is like, seems cool, we'll look into it. Am I all done in terms of materials here? I think I might be. That's definitely enough. I just need shitloads of boulder bones, and I need the wing drake pelt as well. Got 4 of these, that's all good. Yep, need that. Anjanath is not sewing for right now. I need 2 more Duratodos fins. Times 4, that's all good. Cool. Sorry, Avan, you don't need to be sorry, it's okay. I am annoyed by it to a degree. But mostly it feels annoying to me from like a, shooting yourself in the foot perspective, right? Like, the problem is a lack of interest. Someone comes along trying to... and actively willing to do, like... maybe not a wide reach, like, I'm not going to pretend like that's true at all, right? But actively trying to raise, like, awareness and interest in something and all that. And trying to help it get some degree of visibility for older runs. And offering suggestions on how to make it better, and you just, like, fucking ignore them. Such a wasted potential. That's what pisses me off. This huge boom of people, like, how many people watch friggin' Bagel do world runs? Full game world runs? And now do GU as well. I bet a good chunk of those people have been probably inspired to do them and then scared off by how much like work it is and stuff, but it's frustrating. We join with late game characters. Is it alright if we use vouchers, or you prefer we didn't? Vouchers? Oh, no, you can use vouchers for food. I don't care about that. Bagel involved in the free use side of things? Bagel's the only person who responded to me, I think, actually, of anyone. From anyone else, I don't know who's involved. I don't know who manages the boards on speedrun.com. I know that Bagel has the ability, if I'm correct, Oni, to approve or reject runs. for Xeno percent at the very least, but I don't know who does stuff in the other boards. There's close friend, you know, a lot he does, deals with things, what he has to deal with within the speedrun community, yeah, for sure. I don't know what the capacity of Bagel's power is. Oh, I need to get the thingy. Yeah, I did unfortunately did a lot to drive me away from doing any speedruns again. Like, it just made it all feel very insular as a community, and like outside people aren't really willing to get involved. You know? Or aren't really... People don't want to let them in, is what it very much felt like. Which I would hope isn't true, but... Didn't see any around for the artists. Yeah, I really wanted to do one for 4U as well. I really wanted to do some 4U runs as well for, like, Gore. Instead of going all the way to Shiguru, which is so far in the game, right? Because I don't, for you, Oni, I don't know how you felt about Xeno percent, but at least to me, Xeno percent was like, it was long, but it was manageable. If, albeit, like, exhausting to do a full run. But it was a reasonable amount of time. But a lot of the older game runs are like 6 hours long. So I can't do that, man. I'm fucking shattered to that point. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just want someone to fucking tell me, you know? Well, overlooked or missed doesn't sound like a negative thing you'd actively do, yeah. I don't really hold it against him or anyone else as such in the modding community. Like, I'm frustrated about it whenever I think about it, but In the modding community? Well, definitely not them. They ain't involved, are they? In the speedrunning community? But it really pushed me away from wanting to do any more speedruns at like any point ever. Completely destroyed my desire. What was the question about Xeno? I don't know if you found it like a long and exhausting, but a doable length. Because a lot of the older runs are longer than that, and it's just like not doable. Really. When a run is like 5 hours plus for a single run, for me that's such a high barrier of entry, and I feel like a lot of the older runs are like that. Instead of a bit shorter. In pretty well games, I mean. Hey Summers, how are you? Oh, Xeno%, you glorious evil fucker, you that haunts me. You really enjoyed it? You thought it was great pacing? Yeah. To me, it was on the like upper limit of the length of which I can do. I could feel myself like in the actual Xeno fight waiting really hard. So keeping like hard concentration for that long. I wish I still had a desire to do it. I would like to beat Bagel. Get my record back, but it's gone at this point. It belongs to Bagel now. On their place at the top, as they deserve. I don't know if they're actually on the top, but they are for Dual Blades, at least. Although they're not, because they never submitted the damn run. I have a fake record. It makes me sad. Green is still top? Oh yeah, Green went on a fucking, like, tear, didn't they? They went hard for like a good chunk of time. Speedroo.com, not run. Monster Hunter. I wonder if the page is still fucked up. Or if it's been fixed now. Oh, Bagel second. Nice. Good. 221, 219. Fuck me, they got that down. Really low. Okay, that really fucking irks me, actually. When was static track RNG a thing? Moss was the other person I was thinking of who was doing runs for a long time. They had the record at some point, didn't they? That's who I was thinking of. Somebody to help, look at their margin so small. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I still love that I am the, like... I have a dual blades and a sea of non-dual blades. Makes me chuckle. Makes me chuckle. Reading about your favorite Robo Dragon. Like you do? Like you do. Okay, I have enough Duratalos bits and bobs now. What I need is the Wing Drake hides and a bunch of the bones and metals and stuff. So I will remove the old multiplayer pin there. And go on some expeditions. It is soul crushing, right? When it gets to that point. That's the point where I got with laggy percent and I stopped doing it, where it became, if I didn't get free Pelagiasite ore on the first quest inside of the Flooded Forest when you fight Luzroth, if you didn't get it at that point, you just reset. That's like an hour into the run. You just lost. It was just over. It was soul crushing. Fully back into Transformers again. The nodule's been switched back to Transformers. Current focus. Elder tracks are not random. They're always the same shortest tracks to eliminate the possible 2 minutes RNG. Good. That is honestly so much nicer in terms of memory as well, right? You don't have to remember 9 separate track patterns. I don't know if you struggled with that. That shit was impossible, man. That shit was impossible for me. If I was lucky, I could remember 6. Only having to remember 3? Oh. Massive quality of life. pretty well. TO was the worst for you. TOs were weird, right? Sometimes. They had weird, like, angular movement in them. Now both me and Oni have an absolutely horrendous desire to play Xeno% right now, even though both of us know that we should not do it. Under any means. But fuck me, it's there. You would like to enjoy World? Exactly. Exactly. Can I get some bones, please? These aren't the bones I need. Game? Hey, Barf. Do I have the ghillie? I do. You never have the one to do Rise speedruns again? Rise was crazy RNG, right? If I vaguely remember from what you guys were speaking about before. You're gonna do it, starts completely from scratch. Well done. You can do it. I believe in you, Summers. Do it. You can do it. It's really fun. Loads of time based on monster spawns. It sucks, yeah. That is what I remember you guys telling me. After Swags Collector? Oh god. Don't do collectors. Collect them all, for sure. Like, do that, but don't do collectors. Collectors is bad for you. This shit's miserable. You wanna? Even... As long as you don't do it with the exact same logic as I'm doing it with, it's probably not as bad. Taking your time and going through and playing it again is really fun. Especially if you don't rush to Master Rank. If you actually play some high rank for a while. Once you're done with the story and whatnot. Get yourself like a solidly good little high rank set. Do some tempered monsters for a while. Build up your little deco collection. It's really enjoyable. Oops, not SOS flow. Return. You attempted to speedrun Wilds, playing the 2-hour trial. I actually have seen nothing of Wild speedruns. Is there a decent amount of people doing them? Bagel, obviously. How... That dude has the strength of will. It's fucking beyond me. The most impressive mental resilience on anyone I think I've ever known. Absolutely crazy. We got halfway through Ray down before the trial ended. In the story, or because that's really far. Damn, well done. Jesus. Works out to be not too far from the runners. We're at the 2 hour mark. Hey, nice one. It's nice to know that even if you're not doing them anymore, that you still like kind of have it in you, right? That you're like, I could. I still could. I'm not going to. But I could. There's a few runners. Moss is one of them as well. Okay, cool. Nice. I am going to collect some more bones and some more ore here. Because I know I'm going to need the bones and I'm going to have to do the bones later as well. But I am done with Freestar here now. I'm glad that there's peeps who ran World that stuck around and did Wilds as well. And I'm glad that there's a few. It really surprises me that the interest in like full game runs is so low for the modern Monster Hunter games at the very least. Bagel's choosing his new storyless. He's hunting the same monsters you hunt through the story, but via optionals under set of criteria. Yeah. Removing all the story elements. I for the sake of a speed run, all of those little walkie segments must be like torture, basically. Where you can't do anything because, like, quick. You're just standing there, like, raging against your skin, waiting for the segment to end. You can't do anything to speed it up or anything like that. Collectors isn't as insane as the thing you wanted to do before you figured out most Monster Hunter games have a hard equipment box limit. Yeah, no. When that's the criteria you're judging by. Wasn't a fan, he wanted to do runs to conjure up a new way. Now he's going to be doing a GDQ, yep. I'm glad for him. I hope it goes well. I like that he manages to get Monster Hunter into GDQ. It's really good. I can't even fathom the sheer amount of fucking effort that he puts in to be able to make that happen. Because I bet it's a fuckload. Even just outside of the run itself, like vying for the slots, being able to put stuff in, campaigning your cause for having the run there, basically. Showing that it can be done consistently and it will be able to be done within a set time limit without any problems and all of that crap. That's a lot of work. Things I haven't even thought of. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Every single piece of armor from all of the ranks, every weapon and charm, and each of its rank upgrades. Jesus Christ, Samus. You can probably do all of the final rank upgrades, right? And just all of the G armor? I would have thought that would fit. Enjoy your spending time with partner. See you later. %80 of the weapons in the game effectively tripled, yeah. Getting every rank of every charm is ludicrous. Just final step seems a lot more, like, doable. And would take so much less time. Single fucking weapon, each of its rank upgrades. Just doing one weapon at that point is a lot better. The thing about the collectors that's like a bit poopy and grinds on the old determination to do it is you having to do it as you go along in every single rank, right? That's the issue. Okay, low rank 3-star. Marked it as green. We can progress. The encroaching Anjanath. I'm gonna hope that I can get my 2 Wing Drake hide on this mission from this quest. And then I'll go deal with Anjanath. Probably best endemically designed monster in world. Anjanath? Okay, apparently I can't kill that guy. These guys just leave before you can do enough damage to them. Nice. I definitely want to get face broken on Anjanath here. Stupid little dinos. Actually, there was a mod that would let you skip the prologue. That would be nice. At least with cutscene skip, you can skip what takes most of the time in the prologue, which is the sheer amount of cutscenes. And if you run through it really quickly, it only takes like 10 minutes to get to the point where you're doing early game. Super early hunts at least, like Gangris and stuff. Oh no, I clanged him. That's so unfortunate. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice. Leg breaks would be ideal here. Oh, hi, Raph. I love it when you get the snout knocked back and he does the big flinch, and then he gets up and you immediately get the tail cut and he flinches back to where he was. It's so damn satisfying, man. You love head breaks and KOs? Oh yeah, that's a good one as well. The thing I love with Hammer is if you've got someone using paralysis, or even better if you're using Para Hammer, and it gets paralyzed, and then right as the paralysis ends and it does the little like shaking itself out of the paralysis animation, you KO it. Oh. My defense is not sufficient for that attack. Who would have thought I'm still wearing 2 pieces of chainmail, my armor isn't good enough? That doesn't make sense. Brilliant. Sleep Hammer's really fun. Yeah. Especially since while stuff is falling asleep, you can cheeky a few more hits in, right? With Hammer. How the hell did I just do that? If I jump, does... Oh, I have a clutch claw in midair. Huh. Like 3 seconds if you're quick enough? Yeah, that's a solid, like, good 2 hits if you're already in the right spot, right? Two brutal side swings into a free charge? Damn, you can do that much? Crazy. Free charge for the wake? Yeah. Damn. I thought you could get that off before it went to sleep, and then you got the wake up as well. I was gonna say, that's some crazy shit. Well, that's not very good. Alright, I didn't want to get that anyway. Nice. I would like to get at least one leg break if I can. Someone else sleeps, you might be able to get the golf, but that would be really lucky. Yeah. Yeah, if you're already like partially charging it, basically at that point as well. Or partially in the series of attacks, I should say. Let's get... Nah, I can't get around to the other leg. Bonk. Perfect. Just in time. God, my armor's terrible. That hit me? One in health is really scary, yeah. That's normally where I have my max potions. Is why I just tried to do that. Yeah, having 100 health, the bad armor. Anjanath is the first, like, break point, I suppose, where stuff actually gets quite hard, right? He's the first serious monster, as it were. Well, that's inconvenient. I'm not even on the vines. What do you mean? No. Nice. Got that sharp enough. That's really bad. Ooh, nice. I do not have the skill of Insect Glaive, man. Damn. 2 fights. That's a rocky. Da, 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 da. Clear is clear. That's true. It is done. It is done. And now I've got to move my way over to move my way over to Radaban slowly but surely. Oh, that means I have to do Zora. Monster Bone Large, hello. That's an important one. That is an important one. Not only is it important for the camp, but it's also important for bugs, I think. Is where that's truly useful. If I saw it didn't take that long, it doesn't, no. And I vaguely remember the speedrunny stuff for it as well. Although I don't have Barrel Bomb Pluses. I could probably make some. Oh, I could get a hard bone rod. That might actually be a good upgrade. I can't get more mining bounties. That's such a bummer. They'd be so free on Zora's back. Yeah, look at all the bugs. It's the variety now as well. Do you mind explaining a little bit how the bug stats work? You got put off because you couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I don't have the best of knowledge about it. So the two main trees, which is the Cauldron lineage and the Muldrone lineage, they have all of these ones at the top are Sever, which is the attack type, so they can cut tails, and they do damage as if they were a slashing weapon. The blunt ones can do stuff like break Baroff's head, which is blunt only, and can do KO. Poison, if they have a dust effect, that is when you make the bug attack of its own volition, which is you can do that when you're in the air and you press R2 and you slam into the ground and you swing the glaive around twice. The second time marks the monster and the bug will just keep like slamming into it. It leaves little like dust clouds behind, and if you hit those dust clouds, it makes effects happen. So poison, paralysis, healing ones, etc, etc. Element, you have to manually give your bugs, which you can do with Kinsect elements here. You can just decide for them to be a specific elemental damage. If you give them elemental damage, it makes them do less physical damage, which is what the power stat means. That's how much damage the bug does when it impacts the monster. Either you sending it out or from it attacking itself. Power's its raw damage number, basically. And element will reduce that a little bit. Let me go back into here. So that's what power means. Speed is how quickly it follows your commands. So when you send it out and it starts like flying its little way forward, if you've got speed 20, which I think is the max, it will just fucking basically teleport to the monster and you'll instantly get the extract. It's my preferred stat of choice. If the speed is slower, the monster, the bug moves slower, but that also means in certain situations where it would hit the monster, it will actually hit them multiple times because it's moving through them at such a slow speed. The hitbox becomes active again, and it just like hits over and over. Healing is whenever you get green extract, how much does that green extract heal you for? So green extract is typically found on monster tails. That's all it is, as far as I'm aware. It's just how much it heals you for. That's my knowledge. It might not be entirely correct, but that's what I think I know. If you prefer primarily using the glaive itself, speed is your best bet. Like every time. Hey Eugene, how you doing? You know, at extracts you need to hit certain parts to get them. Your combo changes with which ones you have. Yeah. The extracts, red is what increases your combo. Red is the damage extract. I think it gives you a little bit more damage. It gives you the better combo moveset that you want. White allows you to, I think, move a tiny bit quicker, and you jump higher when you do your vaults. You go a little bit higher. As well as, I think, do you need white to have a better aerial moveset? You might do, I don't know. To be able to like keep doing the bounces off the monster and stuff. Yellow gives you flinch free, the skill that you would otherwise have to slot in. And I think gives you like a little bit flinch resistance against like smaller monsters and stuff. And generally a tiny bit more defense potentially. If you get all three of them, in this game it's not as powerful as it was in 4U. but the triple buff lasts longer, and you get all of the benefits at once. Which is relatively apparent how useful that is. I don't know if it works that way in this game, but in the older games, in 4U and in GU, if you got white and red, it was basically a combo. And then that combo buff would tick down until they both timed out at the same time. If you got yourself white and red and when they were about to time out, you got yourself yellow, it would refresh the timer of all of them. Because it became triple buff instead of that double buff. Got chocolate on my hand. I don't know if that's how that works in this game. I still play as if it does, but I don't know if that's actually how it works here. Real funky mechanics, yeah. Sanxi, good. You've been playing Apex with a friend till 3 AM from when I went offline. Nice. Did your matches go well? You have my sympathies that you had to play Apex, but did your matches go well? Give me this. There we go. You finished Subnautica 2, Hedgie. Congrats. All that's left is making a mega base. I hope that you can continue to play the save as the early access, like upgrades, basically. So that you can stay on that one, because that would be nice. Any upgrade I'm looking forward to particular? Speed. I want a Kinsec speed upgrade so fucking badly. So badly. I would also really like to get to the point where I have a full suite of elemental options that have good sharpness and are usable. Because at the moment I have water and I have lightning. Oh no. Okay, that's still a problem. I have water and I have lightning, but they're terrible. They just don't have good sharpness, so they're not really usable. In 5-star, I think that might be the point where I can actually start using like elemental stuff. I'll get the Rathalos weapon, the Legiana for ice. Toby's upgraded a decent part at that point. So that's the real like specific bit I would say I'm looking forward to is that rank. I gotta do all that stuff I just did again. So run some grind to speed up sharply. It's like necessary. Hello, Anton. Third least favorite British man? Least? Damn. Damn. I know thee. I gave you a spreadsheet this morning. I helped you out. I took like half an hour to respond, but I thought I was being useful and helpful. Free? What are you just saying free? Oh. You know free British people who live in Sweden, specifically? And I'm the worst. Sure, hello. I'm fine with that. There you go. Doesn't bother me. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That makes me the best? That I'm the third least favorite? No? Would it? Third least favorite? That's confusing. That's hurting my head. Thanks, I guess, N10. Did you manage to do your whatever your spreadsheet was going to be, whatever weapon you were doing? Have you managed to fiddle it and put it together at all? I tell you what I can do that I did want to do before. I can just build the Jagras armor just to have the Jagras armor. To get extra defense. Kind of confused on what monsters show up when in World. I can help you with that if you want. Karanico is dog shit for World, yeah. What are you trying to think of? Oh, what you can do, N10, it's not 100% correct, but on Karanico, basically remove a star from the quest that it tells you you have to do for the weapon. It's fucked, but it's almost always correct you do that. When invaders pop up? Oh, Anjanath you can get a 2-star, yeah. Rathalos you can get a 2-star, so... I think it's a bit hard to do in that one. Like, technically you can fight Legiana as soon as you go to the Coral Highlands. Same thing with, the desert. Literally the first desert quest you do, Barioth, has, Baroth, sorry, has Diablos in it. Hopefully it doesn't crash again when I try and skip this cutscene. I will have to ask Oni for help on that one, unfortunately. I don't like to impose upon people with stuff like that, but that's very annoying. Sorry, Ty, I need you to take a chill for a moment here, buddy. Thank you. Da, da, da. Bum, ba, dum, bum, ba, dum, bum, bum, ba, dum. Did it in the wrong order, by the way. You meant to go do this first. Oh well. I was gonna say. Do you do this? Man, I cannot remember how this shit works anymore. Did you push it twice? No, you push it once. I think. Man, he's staying stuck there for a long time, huh? Why does he stay stuck for so long? What the fuck? I don't know if it's very secret right now. Is it kind of in public? Could see his hands? They're right there. Yes, I could. I wonder how much that's fucked with the logic of this quest now. Couldn't? I mean, I could then as well. It's this one that you go on, it's not the other one. Oh my god. Dude, I fucked this so hard. This is the disaster. Could you guys help load this fucking cannon, please? Okay, good. Then what? Oh god, then what? You do this. You need these. You push this once, if I remember. And you hold and you look up for when he starts going with his mouth. Okay. He has to do the judder. He goes boop. That should be it. Even though I massively fucked up the start, at least I think I got the second half right. Hi. Okay, yeah, good. Oh, man. Took a lot longer than it needed to. Missing the early binder. Doing the cat first for no reason. Fucked up the cannons. That was a little bit silly. Time loss, yeah. I used to know that by heart, man. And now we get to not play the quest, because that's the best way to do this. For it to be as quick as possible. Let me go! Thank you. This one and the second one being the only bummer of the permanent Ferrando, yeah. Yeah. Although it is nice being able to mine the Dragonite. I'm not gonna lie. Instead of not getting any of the Dragonite. It is a shame. After a few resets, yeah, exactly. Another piece of drag. Which means I actually get a metal weapon upgrade, which means I should actually have some sharpness to be able to do something with. Just in case there's anyone who does not know. If you are unaware and you want this quest to be done as quickly as possible, do not attack any of his magma cores. Because every time you break one of the magma cores, he flinches and it stops him from moving. And the thing that triggers the end of this quest is purely based on how close to the end he is. So every time you flinch him, you have to wait longer for him to make it. Wait, I didn't, So yeah, best to just not attack him, as dumb as it sounds. Capcom basically messing with you, yeah. Doing the quest is the worst way to do this quest. You do get the rewards. In the sense that you get the like very, very small amount of ore. And the few shinies that he drops from each magma core that you kill, but It is very dumb, but the best thing to do is to not do it. Especially since they're constantly telling you. Oh, hi. I needed two of that earlier. I don't need any more, but... Whee! Let's see if I can remember where the nubbin is correctly, where you need to put the bombs down. I, probably don't. Oh, no, not that one. It is nice to be moving on though, I gotta say. Pushing forward to new ranks. Good shit. How much do I have to do in this rank? 4 steel weapon upgrades, 2 Kulus, 2 Sitsies, 4 Pookie Pookie, which all just need coral crystals, that's it. 3 hardbone weapons, 2 Anjanath weapons. All 6 of the water weapons need to be upgraded. I believe they just need ore as well. The 4 Tobi-Kadachi weapons need to be upgraded, and then 3 new weapons in the Dragon Bone Glaives. Also, if it is correct, which it might not be with the bugs, I have 2 upgrades for every bug. Other than the ones which don't upgrade forever, which would mean I have 12 bug upgrades to do. Sorry, 24 bug upgrades to do. That's what that would mean. This feels good to make the next rank solo? Yeah, it does. I got 12 Dragonite from this, that's solid. It's this nubbin. No, you're just meant to put the bombs down. I did it wrong. I think that's it. Just the 3, right? Yeah, there you go. I'm not gonna skip this in case it makes me replay this entire quest. That quest is awesome. It would allow me to do it a lot quicker because I wouldn't fuck up my thing in theory. He's swinging at something this time, which is impressive. It's not quite as impressive as him swinging at nothing, but he's got it. See you, Nurg. Oh. Ooh. 15 minutes. That could be an 11-minute quest. Oh. That hurts the soul, that does. Whoopsie doopsie. I guess I just can't skip cutscenes. Is the sad thing that happens now. If there's a chance that it just crashes and completely makes me redo the quest. I can't really skip the cutscenes. Which is a bummer. That's the Rathian quest, thank you. How am I doing on the old honey at this point? I got 200 of it. Yeah, put these in. Hammer is waiting, drooling impatiently for that Rathian head. I don't need to farm Rathian at all, in fact. So I think your Hammer is going to be sorely disappointed, unless I decide to build Wrath Armor. I actually don't have any Rathian to farm. This still doesn't have good sharpness? Are you kidding me? Whoa! Oh man. Yeah, there is Rathalos in Seglo. Rathian gear allowed? Yeah. Because I'm in... you're basically allowed to use anything that I've done. So by the time I go into multiplayer again, it will be everything that you can fight 4-star low rank and before. So Rathian, Radaban, Paolumu, Gyros, Sitsi, and everything before that point. When I get to 5-star, it will include Rathalos, Diablos, Legiana, Odo, etc, etc. Hello, Chisel. You fucker. You and that goddamn gift, Chisel. Well, just from Zora Magdaros alone, we can already get all of these Steelblade upgrades, which is pretty sweet. And in the next rank, we lose one of these weapons, in fact. It won't be Steelblade anymore. It turns into Rathalos, which is pretty cool. And then I lose another one of them when we get to Nergigante. How many of those do I need? That is kind of rough, actually, potentially there. I only need 3, okay. I thought for a moment I might have needed 6 of these, which would have meant 30 medium monster bones, but no. Collectors where you need to get every level of every weapon. Summers mentioned something about that earlier and raised a point about it, which is you run into a very significant problem. You don't have the slots in the box. Do I need to own it to be able to do... Yeah, I need to have at least one of them or have crafted one of them. Slots are not infinite. Slots are not infinite in this game. If any weapon should still work, not every. It might do, but I don't want to do it anyway. And that my excuse is that I'm going to run out of box space. I would not do that. But no, they're not infinite in this game, apparently. Apparently there is a limit here. It's quite high, and you would never reasonably get to the point where the limit would apply to you, but if you're doing something like that, it don't work. Kind of begs the question why they wouldn't just allow you to see how much box space you have in the first place, but... Okay, we want that there, this here, Megas left, mini potions down there. Life powders, that's jerky. Life powders go there, get replaced by Dust of Life. This is going to be the health booster. That is going to be mantle number 2 when I have it unlocked. It's technically enough to have every weapon and armor. Don't know. You would have to see if there's less than 2,000 weapons and armor. Final build and stuff. For that one. If I spawn upgraded it to 2,000. Yeah, individual blades doesn't ever fully clear until I think post game. Post game I spawn. is when we get to the point where individual blades actually exist. Because of monsters like Zenoga. It builds out of the iron tree, but it doesn't exist until the end of the game. So I have to build an iron weapon all the way to right near the end. I don't upgrade it to its final stage, it stays in its penultimate slot. Just to be upgraded to Zenoga. Unfortunately. Similar thing with Shara, I think, with a bone weapon. It goes that entire time. It's 2,500, right? I would have thought that's enough to get at least all of the G armor and one of each weapon. Shara's Dragonbone, you think? Oh, it might be. You are correct. It is Dragonbone. I do have to do the same thing there, though. Dragonbone weapon almost all the way to the end. Oops. Thankfully, that's a long cutscene and the game did not crash. I skipped by pure habit. You realize the main thing is make new charms? Your charms you can use. I don't mind too much about charms. I don't want to make people go through the hell of doing all that. Armor, I think, is reasonable. For charms, you can use a skill that isn't as important, right? Like use a health charm or something. As long as you're not rocking like Agitator 5. And completely destroying the damage logic. You haven't been to the Coral Sausage Lands with Nina? I haven't been to the Coral Sausage Lands with any of my characters. Skill issue? I apparently don't know where the sausages are at. I want to skip it so badly. Hey, Sissy. How you doing, bud? But there's my 2 wing drag hide I need for my armor that I'm not building anymore. Delightful. Didn't realize I was going to get 2 for free, 1 on Zora, and... Oh, I should have realized I was going to get 1 on Zora, because you shoot the birds down out of the damn sky. You can just carve them. Oh, well. Washed. Washed Monster Hunter player. Doesn't even remember how to play the game anymore. I've only done like fucking 40 save files or something. Can I have a coral bone, please? I need at least 15 of them. Can I please, mayhaps, request but 1? Man, I need geology. I need geology in this run so badly. Okay, there's sturdy bones as well, which are another thing that's good, but not really what I need right now. This area is so pretty no matter how many times you look at it. It's a really nice area. I really, really like it. It's just so colorful, right? It's so vibrant. Oh. It really does lead me to think every time I see it that they were trying so hard to put underwater combat into this game. And they could not make it work. I could only imagine how fucking cool this area would have looked. Half submerged and half above water. It would be so neat. It would be so goddamn neat. I actually don't need any Dragonite anymore, I just need the Coral Crystals. Which is kind of funny. Oh, will I be able to make a Geology Charm? Ooh, that would be really nice. If I could. That would be really, really nice. Since he's optional? Since he is optional, yeah. Hello. I think this is the first tier in which any, like, truly optional monsters unlock in this game. And it's Zitzi, Gyros, and Rathian, amusingly. Did I say Rathalos? I meant to say Rathian. I don't know if I said Rathian or Rathalos. I meant to say Rathian. Isn't Legiana after Odo? Yes. No. No? Yes? No? No. You do Legiana first. Legiana, then Odo, then Diablos, Rathalos. You have to do Legiana to be able to go down into the depths of the Veil. You do Radaban, but then Legiana stops you from going down to where Odo is. But you can free hunt her before that point. Charms, please. Tell me I can get a Geology Charm. It would be so good. Yes. One extra time specifically from bone piles. The first one. Nice. The area in which I need it the most. Fantastic. I can actually get myself some evade window here, which is kind of funny. I am fighting Paolumu, who's weak to fire, followed by Radoban, who's weak to dragon, then Leggy, who's weak to fire, ice. Well, by that point I'll have new weapons anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I guess I take this. It has equivalent sharpness, but it has poison. Upgrades. Upgrades. Actual weapons. Amazing. It's laughable checking the sharpness compared to defender weapons. It feels so bad, yeah. Defender weapons are equivalent to weapons that are like a rank higher. Or I think it's like a rank and a half higher, actually. The final defender weapon, the one that you get from Nergigante, the Nergigante scale, is as good damage-wise as the first Brachydios weapon in fucking Master Rank. That's how overpowered those things are. And that's crazy if you think how far away that fight is. Brachy compared to Nergigante. They are ludicrous. I did this, but then I forgot to save it, unfortunately. Most defender weapons are rated 6. I mean, you're not augmenting a defender weapon though, right? Technically don't even have to kill Nerg. Yep. Because you can Clutch Claw a shiny from him. All you need is one Immortal Dragon Scale. That's it. You want to make a low rank, high rank, and master rank set? You could. You could, technically, I suppose, yeah. Not for joining me, you couldn't. If you join me and you use a defender weapon, I'm gonna kick you. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Basic box swags, the first of many. Nice. What if you weapon? Oh, if you change the look of the weapon to look like Defender, then you're using a master rank weapon because you can't do that to high rank weapons. And considering I'm in low rank, that would also be a no-no. Is it quite as bad on longswords? But the ones you can craft a starting point in master rank can have the same stats. A bit less white, but decos, yeah. Yeah, that armor is very poorly thought out. Yeah, Viper Toby's a good longsword. Very good progression longsword. It's a nice design as well. I like the Rathian longsword for progression's sake. Looks nice and it changes colors as you go throughout the ranks. It's not necessarily the best, but it's just fun. You made a poison longsword build? Hey, nice. Oh, I suppose with Rathian you can actually get some poison attack, can't you? That's really helpful. Are there any pits in here? There's some bright moss here. That works. Guardian has decent poison? I don't know. I know that I use it as one of the longswords that I have on my main character. This is a very iconic weapon for me. Rathian gloves, Pookie waist means poison attack 2. Ooh, nice. Get that poison attack 1 charm, max that skill out. Such a waste, but it would be funny. Nay. Poison attack goes up to 4? Oh, does it? Damn. For some reason I thought it was free. Weird. Don't play Element or Ailment terribly too often though, so it's not surprising that I would get it wrong. Aw, boo. Oh god. Thinking about Ailment brings back nightmare memories of the... Was it paralysis only weapons? Generations run? Oh. All of those weapons were so bad. Oh, guess I'm sharpening. Ten and 5, level 2's 10 and 10, level 3 and 4, but give it extra 10%. Okay, cool. Volbadon Hammer, yeah. Genprey, Sword and Shield, I think. Hello, Hikaru. Welcome. Good to see you again. Wobbling around your guild hall with that hammer on. It does occur to me that there's going to be some point where someone's joined so many of my save files that they are going to have a guild hall consisting of hunter helpers, which are exclusively just various versions of me. And for you and for you. All of the different save files I have. Very weird to think about. You didn't go down? You want to get the achievement for 50 go cards? It feels like it sometimes, yeah. I need to sharpen again. You'll be able to get half of them, I think. I think there's still 20 runs left for World in the queue, in the list. Happens quite often. Yeah, it does. It's weird. It's like just infrequent enough that it still surprises me whenever it happens, but it is very odd. I need to turn small monsters off target cam. Got a large crown forest gecko you randomly found amazing. Hot Palumer? I don't know its temperature, it's nighttime, so it's probably cold. Isn't it? Why is that not doing KO? Oh, have I equipped a Sever bug? By accident? God damn it. There's not even a tail for me to cut off. Just missed the just missed the thing again, don't worry about it. There we go, there's the KO. Well, I'm not getting the the air sac broken on this quest, that's for certain. Oh, hi, Leggy. You're a little bit late to the party, Leggy. Okay, one more monster in terms of progression, and then I have... How many more? A good chunk of quests in terms of just shit that I need to do before I can do multi. I'm gonna have a bunch of like handed material request things, and I'm gonna have a Gyros to hunt, a Sitsi to hunt, and a Rathian to hunt. There's a Rathalos out attack. Who taught this Palumu to baby around the world? A better question, why? I missed. Your good deed of gardening? Nice. Your green thumb. Welcome back, Oni. Are you exhausted now? Gardening's tiring as hell, right? It's alright, nice. Oh, we're not going down apparently. We will do now. No, still not going down apparently. What about the third time? We did it. Okay, well I'm gonna get white and then I'm gonna sharpen, I guess. Not tiring playing out over 2 Ranos. Simply don't play with randos. Easy. Did you know a cat is wild? I mean, that doesn't feel very true, necessarily. The majority of cats, at least in the common parlance that we'd be used to refer to them at this point in time, are domestic, and thus tame. To a degree. As tame as you can make a cat, anyway. Little fucking psychos that they are. When do we get Geologist 2? 3? I got Geologist 1, that's all I need. You don't want to play on your own? Your non-existing friends don't play with you? Bum, bum, It sounds like you're the problem. You swear it's not? I think you have an insatiable appetite towards that game that is hard for anyone to keep up with. It's more the thing, right? Unless they are also obsessed with it. It's like you're the only one with common sense. Uh-huh. Did I go to the... I haven't actually been up to the hub at any point, though. I don't like the hub here. I prefer to be in Astera, although it's poopy that you can't see other people. I like saying it sounds like I'm the problem, which I'm not. Followed by, it's almost like I'm the only one with common sense for it. Clearly are the problem. Oh, buddy boy, I need a lot of Dragonite. Common sense is a problem. You know what I mean, you little shit. Oh, I'm gonna need to do more Pookie. Okay. And more Duratalis spelling things as well. Spend a lot of time in the Highlands. Mm-hmm. Can't actually put everything I want to be able to put into my wish list into it because it takes up too many slots. Which is something. I don't know if common, like, it is a little bit of the problem there for sure, but I think the problem is just that too many of us are lacking a baseline degree of kindness. Well, the plus stuff is high rank? Yes, plus is high rank. And this is next rank because it's Monster Mind Plus. Which one's the speedy one? It is the Gulshad. The Blunt. Which is not the final one, but the two before final. I want this. Oh, okay. Well, if I just do this, then it doesn't matter. There we go. I upgraded both of them, thus... it doesn't matter that I don't have any wishlist space. You want to talk to me again? But wait, what? And again? Okay, yeah, the terrain. Jesus, mister. Why are you spending a lot of time in the Highlands, Summers? Mining? What do you mean me? Because I'm going to be spending most of it in the thingy. Not in the Highlands. The Elder's Recess for all my Dragonite. Because I need Fuchsium. I need so much Fuchsium as well. So much Fuchsium. And this is that weird point in the game where, despite the fact you haven't been able to see even end of high rank upgrades, now you can see halfway through, oh sorry, end of low rank upgrades. Now you can see halfway through high rank upgrades. Fucking inexplicably. Your view on kind is being here out of spite for me. Finding ways to unintentionally spark controversy. I don't think you ever spark any actual controversy. You just bring up topics which can be considered controversial when people are morons and having conversations about it, instead of people who are actually genuinely having a conversation about it. Oh, I'm glad that didn't crash. Where's that tab? I love that it's in like the calmest, most chill, enjoyable, like relaxing game as well that I set it in. Fucking fantasy life. Deep talk about remember the topic, neither can I. I don't remember 99% of the shit we talk about on this stream, to be honest. You could ask me tomorrow what we talked about today, and I'd be like, I ain't got a fucking clue. Hey, buddy. How did that not hit me? Oh my god, my bug is becoming usable. I actually don't know what the Renaissance speedrun stat is. I never learned it. Oh, buddy boy, that's a lot of damage. Sure, from when you replay, it'll automatically do the speedrun strats. Yeah, I do as well, on the ones that I actually know them for. The problem I have is that I don't remember most of it at this point, so I try and do it, and then I don't do it correctly, and I'm like, I know I'm not doing it right. But I still feel like I need to do it. You can't forget Barroth. Oh, I know Barroth's one, but Barroth I don't do. Because I'm too lazy to prep and bring traps beforehand. Whee! Next would be Odo. Trap? Logic-wise, you mean? Opening? Leggy. The wall slam. You always forget who comes first? Yeah. It feels like you should do Odo first because you come here at this point. But then you do Leggy because Leggy stops you going deeper. I think the problem is more so that it can mess with the mood, right, Eugene? Well, not stopping that. Annoyingly. So it gets its full armor back on. Killed a Hernitar then, but no, it just made the noise like it died. Type 3 Hernitar kill? No, unfortunately not. Unfortunate. Tail cut was nice though. I didn't do armor, man. I need actual armor. Rather this hodgepodge mix. Good stuff. Sad thing is I'm going to get the down and then I'm just going to have to immediately sharpen because my weapon's on yellow. So I'm not going to make any use out of this at all. Whee! Nice. Okay. No, he'll come back up here eventually. Just gonna do this for a second. Hi. Welcome back. Instead of being in the arse end of nowhere down there. Actually got all my extracts for that as well. That's fantastic. He is injured, yeah. Because he dropped 2 pods here. Did you know Delamodor was always in World? I don't know if I'd say Delamodor is in World. Just because his corpse is there. It's not quite the same thing, right? Who's the Delamodor? It's a really big snake monster from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. You fight it as the final boss of high rank, basically. The Rotten Veil is made up of, I think, 2 Delamodor skeletons, basically. That's what this map is. The area close up top here is where there's like a bunch of fangs that you can shoot down. That's where one of the heads is. The other head is down near the bottom, where you can shoot fangs down onto Valhazak. You can kind of see that there's like a little, almost like snake tail with some spikes off it there. And like these little ridge lines were, these things here were little ridge lines that went all the way down his back when you fought him. They're like little spikes off of him. Same things up there. That's like the giant fan blade that was on his back. I think, is this the head you stand inside of here? I can't remember. This is, yeah. Yeah, you can see it there. That's like the upper mandible. And this is the lower one with the little teeth that make a line there. They keep bringing his corpse back. Poor Delamada. It does a good job of just like nailing home how ridiculously massive he was as well. That there's just a playable fucking area that is him, basically. It's two of them, but nonetheless. It's a good job of saying how ridiculously massive he is. There's a big ass spire and wild stick a giant snake on it, boo! Who knows, they might do. They put Gog, didn't they? So Gog's a 4U monster as well. Nacilla's a 4U monster. Gypsaros was in 4U even if that's not originally where it was from. Blanco wasn't, but... Oh yeah, Gore and Serigios are in that game. True, those two as well. Shar and Delamada the same shape. Yeah, Shar is recently shed. That's it, basically. There we go. Legiana quest, which I cannot do. So this is the point where I need to do the rest of the smaller quests that I have, and then I can do the other bits and bobs in multi. You. Okay. The aqua rods, they just need sturdy bones, right? Oh man, oh man, oh man, I'm gonna have a lot to farm, huh? Like a lot. Like a lot. Cool. Suddenly lagging out of music. Intense smithing. Let's grab 2 of those. Pop that back into the old washless. One of the things you realized in the discussion yesterday is you find Greatsword so frustrating. How many times you clag at a monster out of your own TCS? Yep. Can you request me to visit the hub? Nope, not going there. The hub sucks, and I don't want it to change my handler. And then my handler looks ridiculously out of place for no fucking reason just because there's a seasonal event on. You want to hear the music? Then open world and go to the hub. Open YouTube and Google the hub music. Nothing wrong with having Mr. X as your handler. There's nothing wrong with it per se, but it's very disruptive for me in terms of my experience, at least. I don't like it. That's a lot of friggin' quests I gotta do, man. I don't have to do the getting yoked to the forest one, at least. I do want to do this first. If you had 50k, you'd spend them to force me to the hub. Such a good usage right there, yep. Yeah, what in terms of like TCS, what would have happened pre-Iceborne Hollow is typically what you would have done is knocked that monster over, and then they would have been in like a bit of an awkward spot, but you would have been able to turn yourself enough with your follow-up attacks to actually hit them. But because of the way the claggers work and the monster just fucking recoils into the next postcode backwards, it's really annoying instead. Didn't get the rare one. Gooey hair monster. Hello, Raka. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Simply lock. I actually don't know how to lock the outfit. I've never looked into it, honestly. When am I playing that? Never, because it probably costs a lot of money. I imagine at this point. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I know that From made it, that's the only thing I know, really. I understand there'll be no point in you explaining. I mean, it would be useful to know. Whenever I do Master Rank, I go into the hub, and then whenever I do the single player cutscenes again, it's annoying because the handle looks wonky as fuck, right? You have trouble with the aiming? Realize you have to shoulder bash to not stuck in the charge? Yeah. The cat housekeeper? Right. Bit of a weird place to do it, but hey ho. I guess the cat dresses the handler every morning or something. Nobody has ever accused World of making sense. That one might be true. Housekeeping, handler keeping. A handler is not a house. No! Don't do it! Ugh. Don't do it! Ugh. Oh, don't put that in the quotes. Now every time that fucker gets rolled, I gotta look at that. Oh. Fuck. There should be one more. There it is. There's a guy in 13 Sentinels who is obsessed by a type of noodles on bread. Yakisoba pan. Hey, nice one, hello. I really need to get all the crowns at some point, but it's a hellhole to do, right? And the man is obsessed with the shit. And he's also obsessed with the, the one of the other guys that's part of the story. Spent 3 hours figuring out Exo to make a spreadsheet for it. Nice. What if the guild mom came back in Wilds? Do you want me to say something, Oni? Do you want me to actually say something about the guild mom that's gonna make every single person here want to fucking kill me? You'd fear for her age. She probably would be relatively old, that's true. Considering Gemma is like 20 years later or something. I was like, you want to say it anyway? I do love annoying the guild mom simps. Go for it. Massively overrated. Lady is incredibly meh. Some chump! That's really good. Canteen ingredient, canteen ingredient. I'll do the Shamos. I know I need some Shamos. Description of the Bracky special arena quest? Cute. Who the fuck is Cora? Story's free? I don't fucking remember that person. I played like 2 hours of that game. No, but none of those characters left an impression on me. I barely played it. How you doing? Welcome. How are you? I'd like to play the full thing at some point, but it's far too fucking expensive. Not as in it's like not necessarily worth the money that the cost is that they've put on it, it's just too expensive for me. I can't justify that. The blue frizzled hair one. It doesn't ring any bells. The only one I have some vague recollection of is the child which they did not put enough clothes on. That's like the only thing I remember about that person. I actually genuinely cannot recall any other character right now. Huh? The first partner they give you access to, or whatever they call them. The duo partners. Incredibly excitable child. I don't know, they might be an adult technically, but they look like a kid. Compared to every other character. Doing decent? Good, good. Baya, pink-haired girl? Is she the first companion you get access to? Because if so, then yeah. I really don't remember them. 4 hours was not enough for me to have any memories of any of them. Or 3 hours, maybe even. Is she any child-looking character? Then probably her. Got an exposed abdomen? Yeah, and she's flying around on monsters. She's gonna be freezing fucking cold. You kidding me? Just sprinting around at like God knows how many miles an hour on the back of a... Does she have a Toby Kadachi? Can't remember. That is not work appropriate attire for her. She'd be cold as fuck. Not have clothes because of a top top is questionable. Look. I do not like the fact that whenever there is a character in any game that looks vaguely like a child, they have just a significantly larger portion of their skin exposed than other characters. A lot of the time. Like of the normal main cast. From what I remember of the normal main cast, do any of the other like main females have a bunch of their stomach exposed? That you get access to way at the start of the game? I don't really remember. The only other girl I vaguely remember is the princess one. And I think she has a like blazer on or something, a full like she's wearing a suit basically, right? Like a knight's outfit. I don't like exposed skin. I don't like that Japan constantly fishes to get engagement with their pedophile problem. Is what I don't like. And I think, quite frankly, it should be addressed instead of ignored. It's just an abdomen. You are not looking at the bigger picture. It is consistently happening in many games across the board, specifically with younger characters that look like children, that have more skin exposed than other characters that are otherwise in the game. It doesn't matter that it's just this or just that. It's one of those things that I noticed at some point and I'm just unable to unnotice. I mean, that could be your take on it, but in my view, it's not just an abdomen. It's the fact that it's consistent. That's a upgrade there. That's 2 upgrades here. So I need 1 more Pookie weapon. And then I still need 2 more of these. Don't have enough large monster bones to be able to do anything there, so that's that. That's all good. Don't have any trade-ins. That's all good. I think that is the lot that I can do right now. I don't think I have anything else. That is a good chunky amount of progress though. 8, 9, 13, 14 weapons done in low rank 4-star, not to mention the fact I finished off low rank 3-star. That is pretty fucking solid. Nice. That, however, is going to be specifically the Monster Hunter part of today done. If you're just here for Monster Hunter, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will be back with more on Thursday at this point. You can see when on that incorrectly spelt thing that thankfully still links the schedule there. I might keep doing that recently. I might be hitting like in between the letters or something. Otherwise, I will be back in about 15-ish minutes or so with some brighter shores for the remainder of the stream. See you in just a sec.